Hello guys, my name's Roman, and as you might know, we've skipped a few chapters. So Jesus has been arrested for doing nothing because, as you know, he's perfect. And we're on the sun has stopped shining. So I'm going to start reading now. So you're a king, are you? The Roman soldiers cheered. Then you need a crown and a robe. They gave Jesus a crown made out of thorns. I wouldn't like thorns on my head. It would hurt. And put a purple robe on him and pretended to bow down to him. Your Majesty, they said. Then they whipped him and spat on him. They didn't understand that he was the Prince of Life, the King of heaven and earth, who had come to rescue them. The soldiers made a sign. The soldiers made a sign. Our king. They nailed it to the wooden cross. They walked up a hill. They walked up a hill outside the city. Jesus carried the cross on his back. I know I would like to carry a cross on my back. You would have to be like a Hulk to do that. Like in the other stories that we got disturbed on that. Jesus had never done anything wrong, but they were going to kill him the way criminals got killed. I don't like to be killed like a criminal. They nailed Jesus to the cross. Father, forgive them, Jesus gasped. They didn't understand what they were doing. You say you've come to rescue us, people shouted, but you can't even rescue yourself. But they were wrong. Jesus could have rescued himself. A legion of angels would have flown to his side if he could. If they were really the Son of God, you could just climb down off that cross, they said. And of course they were right. Jesus could have climbed down. Actually, he could have just said the word and made it all stop, like when he healed a little girl and stilled a storm and fed the 5,000 people. As you might know, my mum read the 5,000, but Jesus stayed. You see, they didn't understand. It wasn't nailed that kept Jesus there. It was love. Papa, Jesus cried frantically, searching the sky. Papa, where are you? Don't leave me. And for the first time, at the last, when he spoke, nothing happened. Just a horrible, endless silence, and didn't answer. He turned away from his boy, and tears rolled down Jesus' face. The face of the one who would wipe away every eye and every tear. Even though it was midday, a dreadful darkness covered the face of the world. Then the sun could not shine. The earth trembled and crackled. The great mountain shook. The rocks split in two until it seemed that the whole world would break, that creation itself would tear apart. A full force of the storm of God's fierce anger and his people. It's the only way God could destroy sin and not destroy his children, whose hearts was filled with sin. Then Jesus shouted at his loud voice, "It's finished. It is finished. It is finished." And it was. He had done. It is Jesus. He rescued the whole world. Father, Jesus cried, I give you my life, and with you, a great sign of. He let himself die. Strange clouds and shadows filled the sky, purple, orange, black, like a brush. Jesus' friends gently carried Jesus. The they laid Jesus in a tomb carved out of rock. How could Jesus die? What was gone wrong? What did it mean? They don't know anything more, except their hearts were breaking. That's the end of Jesus, the leader said. But just to be sure, they sent strong soldiers to guard the tomb. They built a huge stone in front of the door to the tomb so no one could get in or out. Well, that's the end of today's stories. I hope you like it. I know Owen liked it, and, well, there's no one else to say who liked it. Amen. Good night.